Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my FTL Let's Play. Now, we're not doing too bad. Let's see, we're about to jump to the next sector, the third sector. And by the time I get to the third sector, I tend to like to have my weapons set up so I'm not using the missiles, and I've got two decent weapons. I like to have at least two shields and be starting to get my engine powers up. And I also like to have full crew. Now, I have all of those at the moment, which is brilliant, really. Well, you might even say fantastic. Having said that, the weapon I've got is only a burst laser 1. I would prefer a burst laser 2, or some kind of beam weapon, maybe, or something like that. I think I can't rely on this burst laser Mark II to get through shields, because it only has 3 charges, and a lot of ships later on have 3 shields. So it doesn't do any damage on its own, and if any of the shots miss, your shields are still, the enemy shields are still up. So we need something better. Now, the combination of the two, though, a burst laser 1 and a burst laser 2, is okay for now, but we're going to be looking for something better. No scrap to do that with at the minute, though, but I'm feeling moderately comfortable. Our weapons guy has got up to the first level, but our engines, shields, and helm, Debbie isn't really doing that great yet. But overall, not too bad, considering we're only going into the third sector. So let's go over there now. Now, a nebula or a mantis homeworld. I usually try and avoid both. Mantis normally because they're quite difficult in combat and they tend to jump on my ship quite a lot, and I don't like that. It sends my normal plans a bit haywire. And nebulas just seem a little bit bad overall. But I'm going to take it this time and we'll see what's there. Okay, so here we are. The depths of the nebula. Let's see what we've got here. So on the exit we can go by any of these points, which is a nice spread. The exit isn't over in one way. If I go sort of across the middle here, that connects me up to quite a few locations. I think I will head here first. Okay, so a pirate ship is trying to avoid us. They must be smuggling. That means they're going to have a lot of loot. 2 lots of shields. That's not too bad. Right, let's turn auto fire off because we want the burst laser and the laser to fire at the correct times. We want them at the same time, so do so. Okay, we managed to get the main laser down, which is the important bit. Our shields can cope. Our shields can cope with the beam weapon. We need to now concentrate on that FTL drive. I'm going to let them fire as soon as they can. There we go. So both of them are down. FTL's down. Looks like they're trying to fix... No, they were trying to fix the weapons. I'm okay with that. 15 scrap and 3 fuel, ignoring the drone parts. I think we're going to get a little bit more than that by blowing them up. They're going to get blown up anyway. And we got 3 fuel and 17 scrap and a crew member who is proficient in shields. That is fantastic. So, this guy is brilliant with shields. Our shields guy is a bit of an all-rounder, actually, because we moved him from weapons. So that means our shields guy is going to move. Now, what other stations can be manned? Let's bring him out into this room over here. We get our new guy. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce his name, but I'm going to call him Xmu? Xmu? Not sure. The snail dude. He looks like a snail to me. The stations that can be manned are... Well, the only one that I'm seeing here is the doors. I'm not quite sure why you'd man doors. Let's have a look. Unmanned. I'm not quite sure what the status of having doors manned really means. +1 system level. Oh, I see. So they count as blast doors now. Oh, that's pretty damn good. Well, it's always good when you get a free crew member. It's even better when that free crew member is a specialist in something. So now we've got 2 specialists. How close is our... Okay, so our pilot isn't that far off. We need to get him even better. Let's turn the med bay off. I shouldn't have left the med bay on. Okay, I'm going over here now. What's this? Oh, just nothing. Just a random message. As we zigzag across the sector. Attempt to follow and help them. What's this? A Federation ship is hiding. Okay. Oh, another crew member! And he is a proficient pilot. How's our pilot? Our pilot isn't a proficient pilot yet. But he is. I think we're going to... Do I keep it the same? Because this new guy, Lanng, he's looks like a mantis of some description. No. Well, he's definitely one of those bugs, which means he's probably good in combat. Wow, this is brilliant. Are we able to have you man this station? Yes, but it's pointless. Debbie, you're manning that station. That's all the stations now manned. What's the bonus from having that station manned? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Let's continue. Wow, we've just got 2 new people. This is brilliant. There's not much in this nebula, though. Although the enemy do go slower through nebulas. Right. Here we go. I reckon that this drone bay... Let's just pump up our shield, our FTL drive. Gives us extra evasion. These drones are going to be a bad thing for us. He's only got 1 shield, so let's put the burst laser on there and start doing damage to the shields. And I'm going to put the burst laser Mark 1 in after the Mark 2's fired. Okay, so let's just check what's going on here. We've got a leak there, and our shields are down by 1. Let's have Debbie go over to help. You're pretty useless there at the minute, Debbie. And having said that, Debbie isn't great at fixing stuff. Charlie is getting fantastic at shooting. I'm holding off. Yeah, we're going to have to take those weapons down. Although, having said that, we're fine on the drones now. Oh, those 2 are feeling... Because we haven't got the oxygen turned on at the minute, so let's move them into a different room and turn the oxygen back on. Try and get that room filled up. Those drones aren't going to cause us any problems, so... Shields are down on the... Because the shields are down, we can fire at anything at any point. Doesn't matter. I only like to do them in groups when they're trying to burst through shields. Well, that fight wasn't really great. We sustained quite a bit of damage. Let's have these 3 go fix that. And we're going to actually enable that as well. We'll send you back. We'll get Debbie back back to security. And we're going to save all the positions of these wonderful people. Wow, if we get people on our ship, then we're just going to fight them now. We're not going to have to vent the ship or anything like that. Okay. We're going to have to jump to here, so we'll see what's going on. I'm looking for a shop. I wonder... There's got to be at least 1 shop in this nebula, right? Okay, so... Because... I think because Deb is manning that. Let's have a look. I'm not sure. whether it's because Deb is manning the security or not. But we can see inside their ship. I'm tempted to weather a few shots first, and then no weapons. We're gonna go for the weapons. Okay, we took a bit of damage from that incoming shot. I don't really want that to happen again. Some funny noises going on here. Okay, their weapons are down. Back up again. They've got somebody attempting to fix them. It's that drone. It's fixing up the shields. It's putting a boost on it, look. Let's go for the... Well, having said that, though, we are doing it slowly, and this is probably the safest way of doing it. Ooh, we took the drone out. Brilliant. They're charging their FTL. Oh, they want us to let them go. No. We're going to have to target the FTL next. Those weapons are going to have to wait. If we get through the shields quite easily, we could. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's get you out of there. Oxygen's getting a little bit low in that room. But the ship is pretty much done, so let's turn the oxygen back on. There we go. Jobs are done. I don't like having to turn the oxygen off all the time. I'm going to just... It's not an ideal situation, but it works. It's working at the minute, and I'd rather just hold on to this scrap for one more jump. Well, not one more jump, one more shop. I want to see what's going on in the stores. Well, we're dealing with ships that... here we go. Oh, we've got two stores. If we go here, we can jump round. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. We're in a nebula. They're going to take forever to catch us up, I think. Let's see what they've got for sale. A load of ones that require missiles. Crew, we don't want crew. Drones, we don't want drones. No crew, no drones, no subsystems, and no missile weapons. Thank you very much. Let's fix everything, buy a little bit of fuel, and continue. We're going to try and get to that store and then to the exit. Okay, so I'm guessing this one is going to be the ones that can. I'm going to turn off the O2 and the med bay because I don't want to get hit by these weapons at the beginning. Especially since we missed absolutely everything. This drone I can cope with. I think I can actually cope with the beam weapon. There we go. Well, his weapons are down. Let's get the oxygen turned back on. I forgot our Snale dude's not actually in the right place. That's it, their shields probably need to take one more damage and then they're screwed. Let's fire both of them. Actually, the whole ship is screwed. There we go. We get 30 scrap from that. Ooh. Oh. That's nice. I like a good pike beam. One hit per room, but it can span lots and lots of room and do lots of damage. I would love to have all of them running at once. How much is it going to cost? Ship. It's going to cost 125 in the systems, and then we're going to have to do more on the actual power bars. That's interesting. Well, we haven't gone to the other store yet, so let's... We might not be able to make it to the other store before the impending fleet comes, but we're going to make this one jump anyway. It doesn't matter. It's got one shield. Let's just try out that pike beam. So, burst laser and the pike beam online. And the only problem with doing this particular combination is it reduces your rate of fire because you need the burst laser to get through those shields. So you have to wait for that pike beam to charge up. But when you do, oh my word, it can be... There we go. I've just paused it now. So, there's the burst laser, targeted. And I'm just going to take a moment. Look at that pike beam there. Try and get through as many rooms as possible. And as soon as those shields are down, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, I think it did, for 2 charge points. And then we can... I'm just going to send in that burst laser straight away. Ooh! They managed to hit Charlie and our... Let's get nearby guys to help out. You two go fix that. Get ourselves sorted out. And Charlie, you need a little bit of healing, so head off there. So you can see how easily a pipe beam can work. The only problem is you have to get through those shields first, and you can't rely on a burst laser Mark II to get through the shields on its own. Yeah, I'm really tempted to... I was going to get my next level of shields, but I'm tempted to pile all my scrap into getting those levels for those weapons. Let's do it. There we go. And if I disable one set of shields, I can now have all 3 weapons activated. Right, that's it. No more weapons now, Hellish. He's gone a bit weapons crazy. It's a little bit of a gamble going heavy on the weapons because you can take heavy damage very quickly. But as long as you can deal the damage, we'll see. All we need now is a weapons pre-igniter and everybody's screwed. We can actually get to this store fairly safely. I think, and then get to the exit safely? I think we can. It's probably a good job we got that weapon because we've got missile, and then this chain burst laser, which is probably something that is quite good. Requires 2 power. It could have been a good thing to have, but we want the bursts to bring down the shields, and we've got drones and crew. We're not interested in drones or crew. Let's fix up the ship as much as we can. We've ran out of scrap. Let's turn off the med bay. We could turn off the O2 and engines and put another shields on, but let's jump to here. We're going to get one jump out of this before we get going. Well, no, nothing's going on, which is disappointing, I suppose. Let's get to that exit. Hopefully we'll be alright. Yeah, we are okay. Managed to explore quite a lot of this nebula. I quite enjoyed doing the nebula for a change. Anything here? Board the station and look for survivors. I normally shy away from this, but we've got 6 crew, so let's do it. Oh. Well, we found a survivor, and now he's joined the crew. We've got an extra crew. I really don't know. Everywhere is manned. We'd have to... Hang on a minute. Everywhere will be manned when Charlie goes back. Go to the med bay, maybe? Oh, no. Go into the O2... right, we'll send... I mean, he hasn't got any specialities. We'll send him into the O2 room. If it gets hit, he can immediately start repairing it. I like that. Right, let's see what we've got. Next sector. We're doing quite well. I want to go to a civilian sector next. Hopefully there's lots of people which are sympathetic and they can give us scrap, and we can expand our navigation shields and all that stuff. A distress call. Let's go straight to the distress call with our 7 crew. Let's use the beam weapon to cut the ship out. Yeah, that's a good one. Usually if there's an option in blue, it's fantastic. I'm immediately going to spend both of that on upgrades to power systems so I can get the shields back online. I'm not going to, let's see, exit. We can come via this point or via this point. I'm not going to go down this way because it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. We're going to start zigzagging across the top here. See what we can find. Accept their offer. -3 full for a drone part. Is that all we're getting? We recently came across some extra drones. If you have some fuel, perhaps we can make a deal. No. We don't want drones. In fact, we don't want missiles either. It would be nice to find somebody to sell them. Oh, a distress call. It appears that as a distress beacon, picking up a life form. Oh my god, are we going to end up with another member of crew? Oh. Let's take him home to a nearby planet, to his family. Yes, they gave us scrap. Brilliant. And then we can spend that scrap. We're going to upgrade the engines, and then next time I've got some scrap, I'm going to put some points into the engines. And then once we put points into the reactor so we can actually power those engines, we're going to go for the next lot of shields. And the next lot of shields are the ones that I think cost about 150. Yeah, 40, 60, and a couple of 25s, maybe even a 30. So let's jump on. We came that way, so we go this way. Right, what we got here? Let's attack the ship. He's got 3 lots of shields, but I'm hoping with the burst lasers we got on the pike beam, we'll be alright. Okay, we've got intruders. Let's fight them one-on-one and see what happens there. That pipe beam is pretty much ready, so I'm going to deal with the intruders in a moment. I think what I'll do is I'll just rotate the staff that are just fighting them. In fact, let's get our Snale dude out of there, bring the other guy in, and get Debbie out of there and bring our pilot in. Actually, Debbie, you're our secondary pilot. You go pilot. Brilliant. That'll work. And while that's going on, our weapons are ready, so burst laser on the weapon. Might be better to take some of the shields out, but I don't want to get any damage taken, so let's go for the weapons again, and let's get that pike beam ready. I reckon, I mean, I could do this, that's 4 hits, I could do that, it's 4 hits, and these ones I think are more critical. So let's get the pipe beam ready. I'm not going to click until the shields are down. Shields are down, there we go. So we cut that ship pretty much in half. We've done a lot of damage to a lot of different systems. Looks like my plan to take over on the fighting side of thing is working. I think these two can be left to their own devices. Oh, they teleported back. Okay, everybody back to your normal positions. All change. There we go. Right, we're good. Oh, all the weapons are ready. So again, send both the lasers in. Get ready with that pike beam. They're offering us 22 scrap and 5 fuel. We're not desperate for the fuel, and 22 scrap isn't great at this stage of the game. Let's see what we get. 40 scrap, you see? That's a lot better. And with that scrap, I'm going to just get one more power bar so we can get those engines ramped up. We want to get as much evasion in as possible in case we get shot by missiles. And we're going to leave it there for today. Well, what a session. First things first, though, I'm going to get people healed up. Let's get Debbie in there, Thomas in there. Let's get our Snale dude in there. Yep, everybody is doing... This is brilliant. I've got 3 really good weapons. My defences aren't too bad. We're working on it, though. And we've got a shed ton of crew. Well, thank you very much for watching. I've been Master Hellish. This has been my open... Well, it's not been my open TTD. I always do open TTD. But today it's my FTL Let's Play. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.